everybody, and welcome to another segment of The Collective. I'm Brandy Bell, and I'm joined this week with an all-girl cast. This is Jennifer Brown, and this is Kim Thompson, and together, they're some of my best buds, and so I invited them to come and sing with me on this segment this week. Normally, when we're singing together, we are at Crosspoint, part of our worship band, and here and there we will get together and sing as Overjoyed. So just getting started just a little bit. Now Kim and I, we have known each other for going on
almost 18 years now.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
That is just crazy to even say. I don't even feel like I'm much older than that. You know, right? Yeah, I mean, it was just last year that I got my license, right? Right. Okay, sure. Yeah, hang around 21-year-olds and I realize I am nowhere near that age anymore. Love y'all, but anyway, it's just a little different. And then Jennifer, I got to know you because we married best buds, so that was kind of fun. And all the stories, all the stories. And Kim and I used to work together, and so that's a whole nother segment. If you'd like to know a little bit more about our craziness, you can go watch What's the Manna with Brandy and Kim, and I'll leave it there. That's a shameful
plug.
Shameful plug.
Facebook and YouTube.
But we're going to sing just a couple of songs for you guys today, and just talk and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and just invite you to do that with us this morning, this evening, whenever you're watching it. So this first song, Kim introduced to us. It's called New Wine. And Kim, just kind of just jump in there anywhere and just talk about why this song, you know, means so much to you. What was it about it? Was it the music, the actual instrumentation of it? Was it the words? Was it just everything? Is it because it's Brooke Ligertwood? I never can say it. Ligertwood from Hillsong. Yeah. Is that why, you know, you were listening?
The first time I ever heard it was at a concert. It was Hillsong and Casting Crowns and Elevation, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and she sang this, and it wrecked me because, you know, we always say, I feel like that song was written just for me, but
yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm a recovering addict, or let me correct that, I'm a recovered addict.
Praise the Lord. Yep.
And I have already been through a battle with breast cancer once, and now I'm going into my second battle, and so the lyrics talks about how when you're being crushed and when you're being pressed, Jesus is working on you, you know, and that's been my desire ever since I, you know, started my journey in recovery and started to really improve my relationship with Christ, was for him to use me in whatever way he wants.
Right.
And that's just basically what this song is.
So yeah, at first I was like, okay, yeah, it's a cool song. But then the more you really just listen to it, you go, oh, you know, and you start understanding what happens with the wine press and then the crushing and what's involved and all of that kind of the stripping of the outside of the grape and just all of this kind of stuff that there's just so much parallel and, what's the phrase that I'm looking for? There's just so much correlation with our relationship with the Lord with it.
Right, and it can apply to anybody's life, really, because everybody's always going through something.
Yeah.
You know, and it's about surrendering. You know, we can say, oh, I'm giving this to God, but we want to keep one finger on it, you know, just to make sure we know what's going on, because we want to be in control. But, you know, when we truly surrender ourselves, that's when God starts to really do those mighty works that we look back on and go,
absolutely.
Wow. Yeah,
absolutely. And Jen, you want to throw in anything with this song a little bit as far as like just
come on,
Jen sings our lower notes and she does such a good job with it, and if anyway, so I just love to hear her harmony take on the song. So it's always fun to hear her low voice come out. But Do you have anything you want to add on this one? If not, we can talk afterwards or whatever. You know, there's no format to this. We just kind of get together and just talk and sing and all that kind of stuff.
Let's sing it and then
talk after.
And then talk
Let's
after.
do that. That
Sing
sounds
now,
good.
talk
That's a
later.
plan.
Talk later.
I love it when a plan comes together. Do y'all know that's right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. All right. I won't go there. Okay. Here we go.
To you and to your careful hand. When I trust you, I don't need to understand. So make me your vessel, make me an offering, make me whatever you want me to be. I came here with nothing, but all you have given me. Jesus, bring new wine out of me. In the crushing, in the pressing, you are making new wine. In the soil I now surrender. You are breaking new ground. You are breaking new ground. So make me your vessel, make me an offering, make me whatever you want me to be. I came here with nothing, but all you have given me. Jesus, bring new wine out of me. Jesus, bring new wine out of me. 'Cause where there is new wine, there is new power, there is new freedom, and the kingdom is here. I lay down my old flames to carry your new fire today. 'Cause where there is new wine, there is new power, there is new freedom, and the kingdom is here. I lay down my old flames to carry your new fire today. So make me your vessel, make me an offering, make me whatever you want me to be. God, I came here with nothing, but all Jesus, bring new wine out of me.
Amen. Ooh.
Ooh, I love it.
I love it.
Love it, I love it, I love it.
It's just so good.
This is how we are 90% of the time. You know, we have to actually, poor Jennifer, she has to go somewhere after we film it, and she's like, it's got to be all business. It's got to be all business. I can't be
never
playing.
works out.
But we're trying.
Yeah, I just like to say, I think it's a good thing that we walk with the Lord because we ain't got no sense.
Hey
now.
Speak for yourself.
Right, speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
Speak.
Oh, Lord. Right?
Do you
Okay.
have a sweater to go with that?
Sweater, yeah. We have so many funny things that we say. Oh, but that's what you do. That's what you do. But,
That's why we're best buds.
yeah. Baby.
Because we're goofy.
We are goofy. But no, about this song, before we move on to the next one. Any last thoughts about this song?
No, I just love it.
I just love it.
I just love
I
it.
just love it.
It's just so good.
Just love it. Oh my goodness. And that's what's so fun about the collective is you just don't know what you're going to get because you just, collaborate with different people and you don't know the different personalities are going to come together and you just don't know what you're going to get. And what's great is that common denominator, which is the foundation of the Lord,
Yeah.
Did you see what I did there? Denominator.
Denominator.
Oh my gosh, I'm such a home educator, right? That's ridiculous. Okay, but yes, it is a common denominator with the Lord. So, well, we are going to do a classic hymn that everybody knows. We want you to sing along with us, if you will. And it's Amazing Grace. I mean, I don't know anybody that hasn't heard it, even if you're not really a churchy person. But man, when you really get those words, you sing these songs, and that's what I a while back during COVID and everything, I had done a live worship with called Homecoming. We did a bunch of hymns, and there was just a resounding response that people wanted to hear these songs again, and it's a shame that they're not really sung as much anymore. Now I know some of you guys are still singing these, but we have a band and we're trying to be a little bit more purposeful in including more of them in our rotation,
Right.
because the words are so powerful. I mean, they really are, especially if you've been walking with the Lord any length of time and went through something, because it's like amazing grace. Well, if you know what grace is, then you understand, holy cow, I don't even deserve it, that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. And that blindness is like blind to the truth, blind to the sin that is in your life, and blind to the darkness that prevails us sometimes. And but now I see, and it's just like every day I feel like, well, maybe not every day, but if I'm diligent about trying to find it every day, seeking it, then I will see a new way that God unveils my eyes to see a little bit more truth every day. And I just think that's really cool. Now, Jennifer, you grew up in the church.
I did.
You're PK?
I'm a PK. But I didn't become a PK until I was older.
Okay. I didn't realize
17.
that. Okay. Gosh, well, all right. Well, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought that you were we through the church like that, like my boys.
No.
No?
I mean, I grew up in church, but he didn't become a pastor until I was older.
Later in life. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah. So verse 2 is one of my absolute favorites, because 'twas grace that taught my heart to fear. And how often do we actually sit and think about the fear that we have? Like many times over and over in the Bible, it says, fear not, fear not, fear not, fear not. But yet we still do, with everything that happens, especially with the unknown that we're facing right now, with everything going on. But and then it comes back and says, but grace my fears relieved, and grace my fears relieved. So grace, God relieves our fears. And I think that's just so awesome. And how precious did that grace appear? So it showed up the minute, the second that we believed in him. And so we have that with us.
Right.
So
Amazing.
remember that.
And then going on to the last verse that we're going to sing, when we've been there 10,000 years, and we think that we have this unending life on this, that it's we have no concept of eternity at all. Right. We have no concept. We don't realize that as our life is actually a journey to birth our eternity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that once we take that last breath here, it's actually the beginning of life, really.
Yep.
You know, and so 10,000 years, we say it, we can write it on paper, we can hold it, if we're lucky, in our hand, $10,000, just or 10,000 of anything, could be pennies, you know, and be like, this is 10,000 years, you know, but we will never, this side of heaven, understand what that means. Right. You know, we've no less days than when we first begun. It's like,
whoa,
right?
Mm-hmm. That's the first time I've ever really
realized
read what that sentence says. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like there's no ending. Look at my arms. There's no ending to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ending to it. We don't understand. There's always ends to everything here.
Yep.
You know, but we don't understand endings. We won't understand endings there because it's just forever and ever and ever, and that's amazing. So let's sing this song and conclude. And y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. Ooh, let's try a good note. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Lift your voices as we sing this last one. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amen. Well, gosh, we're so glad that you joined us today and to watch The Collective episode 2. Thank you guys for joining
Thanks for
me.
having us.
And join us next week for episode 3. And if you don't mind, subscribe, share, and get this out so that we can get the word out. We just want you to just worship with us together with the collective. So thank you so much.
Thank you.